everyone, welcome back to the Vivaldi Winter Masterclass Musical Solutions on my channel Musical Moments with Marta. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go on to part 4. Hopefully this will be all just one part. If not, you will see part 5, but hopefully I can get through this movement. This is the third movement of the Vivaldi Winter, which is Allegro, and I'm going to read you the poem. To make a bold, it starts here. To walk on the ice and at a slow pace, for fear of falling, move carefully. To make a bold turn, slip, fall down. To go on the ice once more and run hard until the ice cracks and breaks. To hear the Sirocco Boreas, and all the winds at war leave their iron gates. This is winter, but even so, what joy it brings. So that was a little rough interpretation of the poem, but Vivaldi most likely wrote this poem, and we're going to show you where all those little phrases are located in the music. So as peaceful as the previous movement was, this one is a little bit more adventurous. We have some running, some ice, walking on ice, falling, the ice cracks, then there's the wind at the end, which is really fun. Okay, so here is the third movement of Vivaldi Winter, and we are now in F minor, which was the original key of this particular season. So it begins with sextuplets, and we have cello and bass have a drone, like holding a note, and so it's a little bit free because they are actually just holding a note, so you can be a little free here, but I tend to be pretty regular just because otherwise the flow can be lost. So this is the beginning. We start in first position. So as you can see, we have 4 bars of this, like a repeat. Actually 5 bars with that 5th bar, and then we go to F. So I kind of emphasize that little drone also in the violin part. Okay, so then we change. We have more of emotion. This is a little tricky because you have to cross that 3rd finger in measure 10, 11, 12. In measure 12, we would go probably to 3rd position. So most likely, that's what I'm doing. So, and then we have the 3. So that's always a little risky there, but if you keep it light. And I am not probably playing the right bowings, but down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so this is up. Like a little echo here. So once I'm trying to show you, I'm messing up a little bit. So we have the 5th between that F and C, and then we have D flat. So all of that is in F minor. Then in measure 21, I will go to 2nd position. So this is based on C major. No, it's F major actually scale, but it has the E natural and D natural, which leads to an F. But it starts on B flat, so it's between C and B flat. So 2nd position really works the best. But it takes a little bit of tuning. Okay, so to show you what the character is also, right, in measure 21, we move slow at slow pace. So this is the text here, this is the slow motion. So it's a little bit slower, a little hesitant. Especially here. So here you have to go second position, but then maybe you want to go to 1, and then you're in first position. I make a little diminuendo here so I can start this cool part right here. So the text here says fear of falling, so it's very careful. So yeah, sorry, I was just checking the bowing. So it starts up bow on these short staccato notes, slurred staccato notes. A flat, let's measure 30. And then you can do a crescendo here. Kind of interesting part here. Then bold turn, so it's very dramatic here, but it's all on the string. I just play it with full force here because it's falling, right? And that's slipping. So in here it's measure 42. You can play little echoes. Forte, first measure 42, then 43 would be piano, then forte, piano, forte, piano. I just play it in first position, then second position, then first position. I just play on open E. I think a lot of open strings are fine in Baroque period. So, and then falling down. So measure 40, I'm not sure if I misspoke, but that was a bold turn. Then the slipping, which was the little and then at 48 it's falling down. So when I'm playing this on the string, détaché, and then running hard. So this one, you just keep going very dramatically. I play off the string here, but very heavy. So this is all running hard. So you can do whatever you want with this, with the bowings. You could do it on the string. I like it a little bit off like that. And then gotta find that F. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8th position, right? 4th finger, and just stay there. So what's interesting about Vivaldi is that there's a lot of shifting and a lot of scales between strings. So it's kind of good education for knowing the scales within an octave. And sometimes it's challenging because they change quickly, the scales, right? So we have F minor. So this is measure 62. We have another sequence like we had in the second movement. Actually, there were a lot of sequences here. So every measure that repeats on different degrees, the same patterns, that's called a sequence. So we have a lot of sequences in Vivaldi. So that's 2 measures. Then the next one is repeated, the same pattern, but a step lower. So in here, in measure 65, I do 1, 1, and then I'm down to, actually I said 8th position. No, I was wrong. It wasn't 8th position. It was, it would have been 8th position if I played first finger. I misspoke there in measure 62. So that was actually 8, 7, 6, 5. 5th position. 5th position in measure 62. And then when we get to 64, 65, we're going to go down to 4th position. So let me do 62 one more time. Repeat sequence. 1, 1. So now in 4th position. Then we go on D flat. Sorry. So again, here, measure 67, I went down to 1 on D. So that puts us in 3rd position. 3rd position in measure 68. Down to 2nd position. And then the next sequence, 1st position. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half kind of the sequences starting in measure 62. Every 2 measures we go step down. So you can shift down to each position just like I showed you. And we end up in 1st position. By measure 71, we should be down to 1st position on the 2nd note, the B natural. So now we're in measure 73. We'll go on to another little variation, or whatever you want to call it. It's one of my favorite parts. It requires nice bow hold, and this gets in the way a little bit here. So make sure that your fingers are nice and flexible, because you're going to have to be jumping across. Unless you want to play it on the string if you're not quite ready for the spiccato, but you really should. 3rd position. Okay, so you can see my bowing. So down, slur, hook to an oboe, then down. And the second one. So it's just another sequence, right? It goes up. Up. So there's a lot of string crossings. So I would recommend practicing it slowly first, making sure which strings you're on the string, right? So you know which strings you're supposed to go on, because starting in measure 78, it gets even more wide. So we're on E string, then we go to G, E, A, G, and then back to E. So keep it nice and clean. Even if you have to play it on the string, just make sure that you're crossing correctly, keeping your arm in one piece, like a platform, right? And then so 3rd position. And here you're going to have some discrepancies between different notes that people are used to hearing or using the different editions. So I'm using the Bernstein edition, but actually I am using probably a different way than it's a little different than Bernstein has here actually. So I've gotten it over the years from different performances, and I believe these are the most accurate notes. So B natural, then B flat, A natural, and then A flat. So we went down to 1st position on the A flat. And by the way, we are measure 80 here. Then we have measure 81. So measure 81, go to 2nd position with E flat, D natural, then D natural again. I have a D flat here in this edition. I did not like the sound of it, so I don't think many people play it with a D flat. D natural in 82, then C and B natural. B natural. Again, there are some different opinions about this. So you decide, or your teacher, whoever helps you decide on which notes to use. These are the ones I use. So once again, measure 82 is D, C, C, B, natural, B natural, A. Then A flat. Okay, so A flat, G, G, F, F, E flat, E flat, D, D natural, and C, and then C and B natural. And I ended up wrong bowings, but anyway. So it should end down bow. So let me stop here for now, and I will come back and finish the movement on part 5 of Vivaldi Winter. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I appreciate you being here, and see you in the next video.